Overnight, the United States announced it had stopped deliveries of military aid to Ukraine. It is a suspension rather than an end, but it has sparked fear over how long Ukraine could go on without American help. I'm joined by Oleksiy Goncharenko, a member of the Ukrainian parliament. Oleksiy, thank you very much for joining us. What is your reaction to this announcement then from the US?
It's a very bad development of situation after a meeting on Friday in the White House between President Trump and President Zelensky. And this is super bad. It's very worrying. We can't let this go like this because United States is absolutely essential for Ukraine as an ally and as a source of military support, first of all. So as a result of this decision, if it will not be postponed or changed, will be that thousands of people can die. That's super serious. And I hope very much that President Trump will reconsider everything which Ukraine should do. That for President Trump to reconsider it, I think should be done.
So what do you think President Zelensky's response should be? Obviously, Donald Trump is after an apology. Do you think he should apologize?
Yeah, I think he should, because it's too serious and life of millions of people is at stake. So Zelensky has responsibility before these people. Recently, just minutes ago, there was a statement from Zelensky in his Twitter where he called meeting in White House regrettable. So I think it can be a good way, and I hope this will be enough. He also underlined that he is ready to sign this agreement on minerals and in general natural resources. So we see that Zelensky started to react, and I hope this will lead to end of this crisis.
Do you think there is things that other European leaders could be doing to help the situation?
Yeah, I think that European leaders like Prime Minister Starmer, Prime Minister Italian Meloni, President Macron, those who have good relationships with President Trump, they can also help to get from these rubbles, to rebuild the relationships, to be kind of a messengers in between President Trump and President Zelensky. That's what I hope they can do, and I hope they will do.
And back home in Ukraine then, what's the feeling there? What's morale like?
People are shocked. People are many people are scared because they don't understand what to be. Many people are angry because they think it's unfair. So there is a lot of emotions. But again, emotions are emotions. Emotions today, one emotions, tomorrow another emotions. But here is much more at stake than emotions. It's the future of Ukraine. It's the future of international law. It's the future of world order.
Of course, less military aid will likely make it much more difficult, as you mentioned, to defend against Russian attacks. Just how fearful are you of the increased loss of life, and what could that look like if nothing changes?
I am very concerned and I am afraid because for what can happen next. This will definitely embolden Putin. And as 1 year ago, when it was a kind of delay in a new decision from the United States about more military support to Ukraine, when there was a lot of discussions in the Congress, and before the decision was made, Russians used that time. We lost quite a lot of territory at that time, and we lost a lot of people. So it can be very bad.
And what about Ukrainian soldiers? How much longer can they go on? Can they keep fighting if they don't get US support?
Ukrainian soldiers will fight. Ukraine proved to the whole world that our army is courageous, strong. We stopped Russians 3 years ago, almost without any support at that time at the beginning. But we will pay with the lives of best of Ukrainians for this. And even in this situation, we will probably lose some territories. So the Ukrainian army will fight, even if there will be no support for Ukraine at all, and Ukraine will fight because we clearly know what is at stake. Russians are committing genocide against Ukrainians on occupied territories. But the result of this fight would be really quite unpredictable and definitely not very good.
If you could speak directly to Donald Trump, what would you say to him in this moment?
I would say that we have a lot of respect to United States, to American people, and to a leader of United States who was elected by American people, to President Trump. I would like to say that we remember how he provided Ukraine with javelins during his first term, and that was very important for us at that time. I would like to say that we want peace, and we completely support his efforts for negotiations and arranging a peace in Ukraine. But this peace should be inside the red lines, which are super important for Ukrainians and which they deserved to have. It's our sovereignty, and meaning that we will make our own choices about what army to have, where to move, and we want to be ally of the United States for future. And we crucially need security guarantees. And I'm sure that President Trump can make a deal inside these red lines, and that would be his fantastic input to a peacemaking in the world.
Okay, it's an ever-moving situation. Oleksiy, thank you ever so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.